I remember when I was looking at colleges to go into, and it seemed like each year, I think it was like US News and Report, something like that, they would put out the yearly top party schools. And in the West, it seemed like Arizona State was always at the top of the list in terms of top party schools. So I was like, Arizona State, maybe. But, it turned out I was too much of a prude, so stayed at a local state school in California. UNC Chapel Hill suspends 3 fraternities linked to brazen smuggling ring, which saw former students traffic 1.5 million in coke, LSD, marijuana, and other drugs. Legalize it. A lot of people, I hear them talking about the war on drugs, how it's problematic, how it only targets or disproportionately targets people of color, and so therefore we need to just legalize all of this stuff and decriminalize it. All of these people of color out here, they're just trying to run a legitimate business here. Maybe some of them are grad students and this is a master's thesis. Had to do a similar type thing to graduate, not saying this type of business, but had to put together business plans in the MBA program, do the thesis, all that stuff in order to graduate. So this is just real life experience, getting ready for the real world because we are moving towards federal legalization. It'll probably happen sometime in the next decade on Thursday, but they've got to protect these POCs that you're about to learn about right here because it's disproportionately impacting them, this war on drugs. On Thursday, prosecutors and sheriffs announced they had broken up a cartel. 21 people have been arrested since July as part of the drug operation sting. The suspects range in age from 22 and 35. Many were based in North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina, beautiful state. They include current and former students from Duke and UNC Chapel Hill. If you know anything about those schools, really prestigious academically and expensive as well. Together, they sold over 1.5 million of coke, marijuana, prosecutors said. Prosecutors say they are hardened drug dealers with brazen attitudes. Most of the suspects have prior arrests and have already graduated. Some of the most serious charges carry sentences of 10 years to life. 10 to life, baby, all to get that master's degree? That's right? They're trying to just, work their way through school. What is that? What was that class called? Work experience? Get credits that way towards graduation? 3 frats have been suspended from UNC Chapel Hill after they were named in conjunction with a massive drug ring which trafficked thousands of dollars. Yeah, we learned about that already. Payments made via Venmo. There's the fraternities, Phi Gamma Delta, Kappa Sigma, Beta Theta Pi. Beta Theta Pi were suspended on Friday due to the alleged activities cited in the ongoing investigation by the United States Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, Task Force, and the Orange County Sheriff's Office, said Kevin Guskiewicz, chancellor of UNC Chapel Hill. We are taking swift action today because the serious nature of the alleged criminal behaviors is contradictory to our code of conduct and endangers the health of our student body and community, he said. Oh, but wait, I thought that they were going to be POCs because they always tell me disproportionately. Hold up. Poindexter. Dexter Poindexter here. Chase Poindexter, one of the 21 people. Who is this girl? Woof. Amber Jenna Johnson. Look at that. Hardened drug dealer. Lock her up, baby. Throw away the key. What is this? Party times. Look at them girls. Girls out doing door. Many of the suspects here, Brianna Haskell, Zachary Abercrombie. So they've got a Poindexter and an Abercrombie. Okay, who else do we got here? Kyle Parrish Beckner allegedly sold 1,000 dosage units of LSD for $3,000 in the parking lot of a Chapel Hill restaurant. 1,000 dosage units, 3,000. So $3 a unit, huh? Is that a thing? I don't know. Is that a proper proper cost? I don't even know. Jason Nitsos, he's been charged with selling coke. They go on to list all of the suspects here. I'm not going to read through all of them. There's so many of them here. Oh, they do have an asterisk next to people who have pled guilty. So let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 people already pled guilty. Look at this. Charles Cleveau Poindexter, a.k.a. Chase Poindexter. So 7 had pled guilty already. Look at this guy. Francisco Ochoa is the alleged supplier from California. He is accused of supplying 200 pounds of marijuana and 2 kilos of coke every week to a cooperating defendant identified as CD2 in court documents in Orange County, North Carolina, near the 2 prestigious colleges. Law enforcement operations at locations associated with Ochoa in Scarborough and Hillsborough counties also resulted in the seizure of 148.75 pounds of marijuana. Why can't we just call it 149? 242 grams of coke, 189 Xanax pills, steroids, HGH, other narcotics, and approximately $27,775 in cash. This guy was just loaded. Whatever he could sell, he would sell it. Ochoa was arrested in November 2019 and took a plea deal which involved 73 months of imprisonment, 5 years of supervised release, and ordered to pay $250,000 forfeiture judgment. Now that guy sounds like he's handling his business, so maybe a little bit more of a stiff penalty for him was warranted. I don't know. Beautiful campus, though, UNC. Look at this campus. So beautiful there. So it looks like this is where it comes to a head. Over the summer, a cooperating defendant alerted police about the alleged drug dealing by 22-year-old Kyle Beckner, a member of ASU's Delta Chi fraternity, accused of selling controlled substances to peers, and ASU, they're referring to Appalachian State University. It's a university located in Boone, North Carolina. It's west. My map may be off a little bit, but I think it's about 2 hours or so outside of Durham. I said it's west. Been to Boone a couple times. They have a man-made snow mountain you can go there. It's not great, but when you're living in northern Florida like I was for quite some time, it was the closest place you can go in terms of a drive from Tallahassee, where we were living at the time, way back in like 2013 or so, up to Boone. It's the closest place you can go where there was snow. Man-made, of course, but if you wanted to get some snowboarding in or some skiing, that was the closest thing you can do to North Florida. You don't want to have to fly all the way up into the Northeast just to get some snow for a short weekend trip or a 3 or 4 day trip. Authorities set up a sting where the cooperating defendant purchased the 1,000 units of LSD from Beckner that we learned about in a parking lot of a restaurant in Chapel Hill. That was the $3,000 transaction. The second ASU student, 23-year-old Devin McDonald, was also identified by a cooperating source as a distributor of cocaine on campus. Investigators made a controlled purchase of 1 ounce of coke from McDonald in October, an indictment said. They're just trying to do the little things, just trying to wrap the bow up, but that's where it's at. So they've got a bunch of people that have pled guilty. They're waiting on their sentencing, and some other individuals, maybe they're going to try to fight it, or they're waiting on a better deal to come along. Let's check the comments out. They make them sound like El Chapo or something. They are mules. Nothing new here. It's happening at every school and university in every state of the country. The dealers infiltrate from high school and up. I wonder why they are pushing this story so hard. Could it be their race? I'm not even going to... I'm not even going to go there. Mr. Richard Johnson, which obviously is not his real name. I hope they get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. If anyone and everyone thinks this isn't an example of thinking you are above the law, then I don't know what is. Business joint venture product gone wrong. There it is. That's what I was talking about. Work experience. Just getting college credits. Guess I went to the wrong school. Somebody says, LOL, rolling in the dough, right? LOL, too funny. I don't know if that was exactly what that person was getting at. More mugshots, please. Fair enough, but no further action. All right, everyone. So if you are living in the Southeast, sorry, everybody, party's over. You're going to have to find a new source. Take care, everybody. Have fun on the holidays. We're getting closer to Christmas, just a few days away. New Year's. Unfortunately, for all of these individuals and all of the individuals they supplied, that the party isn't going to be quite as robust as it was looking like it was going to be prior to this arrest. Is that some kind of bust? The old Naked Gun line, right? Take care, everyone. Be well, and enjoyable story. Gotta love it, right?